am Verge, and I play as Dendera Bloodbath, and I run a small cassette label called Clandestine Ritual. So I really wanted to do a video that is just about like boost, distortion, and fuzz, because they're all like crucial to making noise, but some of them don't work with all devices. Sometimes you'll try to pair two things together and they're not actually doing anything together. Especially when you have an instrument that's super blown out already. Like the Fuck Factory, the only thing that I would use with that probably is like, as I showed in the video, the 10-band equalizer. Because if you try to put a fuzz on it, it's not really going to do anything. So what I have here is the Voice of Saturn Synthertech synth that I built into this Felix the Cat lunchbox. And I've got the Hotone Bit Crusher pedal. And while a bit crusher is technically more of a modulation, I still consider it a fuzz or a distortion because you can get a very similar effect. And in some cases you turn it all the way down and there goes your signal. Well, that's really weird. Alright, so that's the bit crusher. Alright, and then this is like one of the classic noise distortion pedals. Other people use like a metal zone. I've never owned a metal zone. We'll get to the ones that I've owned by Boss later, but basically I have this turbo overdrive and then of course the digital metalizer, and because I have those two pedals and I started out with them, I never really saw the need to get a metal zone or a heavy metal, because the digital metalizer is just like that's like literally probably one of the best pedals that Boss ever made. So I have the pedal off right now, everything's turned to 12 o'clock. Some people like to just dime everything out. And you can get like some good sounds that way. Sometimes you just keep like the low all the way up, turn down the mids and the highs. I like that squeaky noise. That's a good effect. Anyway, so that's the classic DoD FX86B death metal distortion. Alright, so I changed up my signal a little bit. This is clean, and again, so this is the Delta Lab metal distortion, and this is pretty high gain, and it's also a great boost. But everything at 12 o'clock. Oh, forget what I said about everything, about it being a great boost. Oh, there we go. Taking a second to cut in there. You can turn the gain and shape all the way down. You can turn them like... It's not like one of the best distortions ever, but it's really nasty and just very cutting. So if you need something to cut through, and I don't know what that's about, that's probably not a good sign. And this one, which is the Fox Tone Machine clone, I really actually like this fuzz a lot. It's not the kind of pedal that you can use in a feedback loop per se. I mean, you could use it with like a delay or something. It would get good feedback. But it doesn't, I mean, it's very smooth. It's a good boost, and it's got an octave up. But it doesn't have a lot of like glitchiness or distortion. So everything at 12. And this one you really can just like dime it out. And it really doesn't get good until you turn on that octave setting. So that is kind of what makes it, you know, really cool. But again, like, this just sounds way girthier on its own. Alright, so, this is the Maleko Bassmaster, which is a germanium-based fuzz. And I actually like this a lot for a number of applications. I like it for, electric instruments, you know, like a guitar, or in my case an auto harp. I use this for a boost with my auto harp, and I have the sensitivity turned all the way down, and then I'll turn like bass volume up and ass volume up. And there's two switches, ass and harm, and those are, you know, they just boost it a little bit. It's not really noticeable. So I've got sensitivity all the way down and the ass and bass volumes all the way up, and ass and harm switches off. So you can already hear like it's pretty girthy, and then with the auto harp, when you turn up the sensitivity knob, it just blows everything out. You can hear like it just gets a little nastier. This effect. Alright, so this is the Turbo Overdrive, and this is a pedal that I've also had since high school, so that's how long I hold on to my gear. and it has input and remote. Remote tends to like just give it like a little bit of boost or something. Send it into turbo. Now I literally have everything at 12, so take it all the way up. There's really not much of a difference. It actually seems louder at 12 o'clock position than at like the dimed out position. That's turbo off and turbo on, and then yeah, so that's in the remote position. That's the input position. And now on. So just, you know, synths get really temperamental, especially with like boost and overdrive. It's really important to not just slap a bunch of pedals together and think that it's like, oh, this is this pedal that I love with this, right? But it really just depends on what you're using it with. And of course, this synth being very temperamental. Alright, and then of course the final pedal, the digital metalizer. And this synth is probably not going to play nicely, so we'll just see. We'll put everything back at 12, except for the mode. I'm going to leave that on single. It's got one single setting, 3 doubler settings, and 2 chorus settings, so we can kind of scroll through those. One of the chorus settings. That's the other chorus setting. like really nasty. Really growly. And it's a digital effect, so, you know, like it tends to play well with synths and other electronic noisemakers. So yeah, that's my distortion demo for today. Thank you very much for checking out my video.